MLG Season 3 Playoff Finals live from Columbus, Ohio in the MLG TV Arena. I'm, of course, Benson, joined by the wonderful Crim6. And the first game of the day that we're going to be kicking off is going to be Faze versus Most Wanted. And we have some pretty interesting stats because this game, you know, people may not necessarily think is going to be interesting, but it could go all the way potentially because these two teams tied at 2-2 in the COD League.
Oh, I think it's going to go Game 5 for sure.
Yeah?
Just looking at these stats right here, we got Faze taking 2 out of... well, it's actually split 50-50 on domination. And then in S&D, Faze has a 4-0 lead in terms of maps played. And then Blitz, Faze is actually down 1-3 versus Most Wanted.
So I think that Blitz is going to be crucial.
Oh, I think Most Wanted's winning the Blitz. It's going to come down to the DOMs, in my opinion. I mean, Most Wanted, I think they've been looking actually strong in S&D. That was the only map they've won so far versus Envy. And Envy's a good search and destroy team. So I think that, you know, these stats are relevant, but I think that MW is actually going to take the Searchers in this series, and then they're going to take the Blitz. I think that they're going to lose the DOMs. I don't think MW is going to beat Faze and DOM.
Of course, a lot of that comes down to exactly what maps that they're going to be playing. And speaking of that, let's throw down to our analyst desk with Maven and TP, and they can guide us through the vetoes.
All right, welcome to day number 2 here at the MLG Analyst Desk, joined by Evil Geniuses. TP, how you doing today, bud?
Feeling good. Elimination day.
Fantastic.
These matches are going to be epic.
Yeah, Fridays are great and all, but Saturday and Sunday is where the champions start to be determined here. So we are going to go to the commissioner and the player representatives from Faze and Most Wanted as we start to go through the selection process. And this time, you know, we do have some stats in front of us, Teep, to look at. We actually have some of the preferred maps here. We're going to see the first veto does come in very quickly there from Most Wanted. It's going to be Domination, Octane. What do you think?
Extremely like this veto from MW coming into this really quickly. Faze has looked pretty much unstoppable on Octane Dom. Besides yesterday against Optic Nation, they kind of choked a little bit.
Which was strange because a Parasite, you know, looking across the KDs, he averages like a 1.22, one of his best maps.
I think Faze has really strong ARs on Octane Dom, so I really like that veto. Faze gets rid of Freight Dom, which I also like, but you have to look out for. We'll see what this first Dom is. Most Wanted's pick, most likely, is Strike Zone Dom. Like, it's one of their preferred maps. So I'm really interested to see which one of these Dom maps is going to go first. MW gets rid of Freight Blitz and S&D Freight, and that's pretty normal for them, looking at the vetoes from past tournaments and just sort of their online performance overall. So
yeah, they you know, exactly. We can kind of get an idea of their past vetoes and, you know, what they like to play and their percentages. And Freight is one they tried to avoid there for multiple game types. As you can see, they picked it on the Blitz and also the S&D. And then on the other side, you saw Faze is not a fan of the Warhawk matches today. As S&D and Blitz
which
are both
is really weird
fall.
to see at Nashville. They were just unstoppable on the map, and now they're just trying to keep back. And the first map, Strike Zone, for some reason, I think MW is going to come out hot. We saw Faze have a really strong showing on Strike Zone Dom at Nashville, but I don't know. Yesterday, they looked so shaky against Optic Nation. They were just choking maps. They didn't look like they were in form like normal. And MW, you know, they're the 8th seed coming in this tournament. They have something to prove. They really want to get a strong top 4, top 3 finish here. I think they're going to come out really aggressive, really fast, and it's elimination time. You're going to see a lot more, I guess, desperate play.
Well, we've talked about the back and forth between these teams. They tied, what, 2-2 in the Season 3, and then it was Most Wanted who had the advantage at Dallas. Then at Nashville, Faze got a little bit of revenge in the series. So they've been very back and forth. But looking through this, I love, personally, my favorite Dom to kick things off with this Strike Zone. It's just fast-paced. It's fun to watch. Rotations. Like Krim said, Domination is going to be the key one for Faze. But yesterday, Nation taking 2 Doms off of them.
It's really weird.
Shocking. Yes.
Really weird. And I think the entire series is going to come down to this third map, Octane Blitz. I think both teams are pretty good at it. And I feel like whoever wins that map is going to take the series. They're going to have a lot of momentum going into that 4th map, Sob Dom. So let's just see. I think it's going to go map 5. I agree with the casters up there. I think it's going to go back and forth. I see MW taking this first Dom, but I think Faze is a really strong Octane S&D team with Karma's Sniper, and they're so strong on S&D in general. So it's going to be a hell of a series.
It's hard to disagree. I mean, vetoes aside, and, you know, we've talked about how important they are. And Faze, you know, one of the big things you just saw from, if you were following Karma on Twitter, you saw his tweets. They didn't play, like, it was 4 or 5 maps they didn't even deal with till the finals because they controlled exactly kind of the pace of what they wanted to do and just crushed, pretty much breezed to that point. But without more content here, we're going to throw it back up top here to Krim and Benson. The players are getting ready. We're about to start off day number 2. Let's get it, fellas.
Thanks, Maven. Thanks, Teep. And there we have our maps now, Krim. It's going to be Strike Zone, Octane, Sovereign. How do you reckon this is going to play out for these teams now?
You know, I have a feeling MW may take strikes on Dom, and I think that
you really think that?
Yeah, I
See,
think
that concerns me a lot if I'm a Faze fan right
yeah,
now.
I don't know why they put that map first. I think I think MW wanted that first, and that's a good play by them. I'm actually surprised that that they decided to put that map first, because Most Wanted is I think their best map is strikes on Dom.
Really? Well,
like,
I mean, you can see the key player matchup now on the domination on your screen.
Yeah.
Parasite versus Slack. KD wise, pretty even, 1.16 to 1.12. Dom cap wise, then Dom KD actually. Parasite, that's huge. 3.20.
I don't believe it
against Faze. That's
too good to be true. I'm not sure.
I feel like there may be a slight mistake there, because the Dom KD and the Dom caps are exactly the same. That's the likelihood of that happening.
Thing is look at Slacks. Slacks is incredible too.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that's
that's definitely.
But I mean,
that's impossible. That's impossible at this point.
Going back to what we were saying about this domination, the first map, Strike Zone, of course. You think Most Wanted can take that? Because for me, Faze are a team which they need to be very, very aggressive.
Yeah.
They need to be up close, in your face, gunfight kind of.
See, I think that while you're right, I think that MW is a team that excels in that, like in those situations, like those up close personal situations.
Okay.
Like that fast gameplay. I think that MW is actually going to take strikes on Dom, and but as you can see by the maps, we got Octane S&D. I think MW doesn't have a chance at winning that map.
That bad, really?
Faze is good on that map, especially Karma sniping, and we got Apathy. Apathy is so good at the bus area that I think like Faze is just going to shut it down.
That's 1-1.
Oh, yeah, 1-1. And then Octane Blitz, that's always a toss-up.
Most Wanted 3-1 record in the league against Faze in Blitz.
Actually.
But Octane?
I've seen Faze play Octane. They're good on that map. They're really good on that map.
Okay.
I think that, MW, I think they played that veto wrong. I think that,
really?
that was the last thing I think I would have played Faze on. It's just Octane Blitz. I seen Haggy and Sensor, they get so many sneak caps on maps like Warhawk and Octane Blitz that, like versus a team like Faze, I would avoid those maps.
Try and get them in close quarters
exactly.
where they can't
I would
around.
play Freight Blitz against that team every single time.
Okay. And then obviously it goes on to Sovereign Domination again.
Yep.
That, to me, is just going to be just a cluster of gunfights. I know Faze are obviously strong at domination, but then you say Most Wanted could come out and take Strike Zone.
Yeah.
I feel like if they do take that Strike Zone, that's going to give them a world of confidence.
Yeah. To be honest, I think they have to. I think they have to at this point, looking at the maps we have here. And I think if it comes down to Sav S&D, I think MW's winning it.
Really?
I think if MW can get to that last map, that they're gonna end up taking it.
That would be absolutely massive. Of course, Faze, the UMG Nashville champions from just a couple of weeks ago, for them to essentially get first rounded, I guess would be the best way of putting it. Finishing 8th here in the Season 3 finals, that would be absolutely ridiculous. But hey, you can see the first map of day number 2, Domination Strike Zone. And a little bit about Domination if you're on YouTube competitive Call of Duty on your screen. Of course, you have to control the 3 flags, 5-minute rounds, and you switch rounds at the half. But let's not waste any more time. Krim, who do you want to kick things off on board with?
Let's go on Karma.
You want to see Karma? 2-time world champion. Your old teammate, you know exactly how this guy plays as well, so you should be able to give us some pretty decent insight, I hope, as to how Karma is going to play. Nothing unusual, break-wise. It's always interesting. I mean, he's shooting the hot dog. I think he may be hungry. That could be a sign of hunger. He's looking at that hot dog, trying to put some bullets in, but he is going to cap that A flag. Meanwhile, B is actually going to go to Slacked already. He's just on that B flag, just chilling with his teammate, and they cap it. That seems strange to me. Faze didn't even contest that B flag, but they have rotated to C.
Yeah, no, they're playing C right now, and they're defending A. That's basically just how this map works. A team is always going to mention, hey, let's play this flag. And by that, they mean playing aggressive towards a flag and then holding the other flag. So right now, Faze is actually playing B, and they've kind of given up A here. Someone lost a huge gunfight to Huddle front bar. That's going to slow Faze down a little bit. Now they're noticing that, they're coming front bar. So the interesting play by Most Wanted, they're actually playing B here. A lot of times, teams don't really like to push the front.
Right.
It's kind of a bad idea. And, it was a bad idea. They ended up losing B.
You called it.
Yep. And now Most Wanted's playing C. Big kill on Cat right there.
It's interesting, the way that you say that. You know, not very many teams prefer to play that B flag, and now Faze really do have an advantage. Apathy, though, he's going to jump down on that C flag, picks up one. That's three players down.
That was a huge kill.
That's a trip cap for now. There's one more player. Top catwalk. That's actually going to be Karma.
That was a good play right there.
He
staying alive.
To go for it.
Yep, staying alive. He was going to die if he peeked that no matter what. Big kill back bar here.
See, right now, Faze, they're putting a lot of aggression, forcing that trip cap. From your experience, is that sort of the way that you want to play this map, or is it more beneficial to just get those 2 caps? What would you prefer?
I'd say 2 and a neutral is probably the best. I mean, the thing is, like, holding 3 flags, they can literally spawn anywhere. Just sort of like one player on your team makes the wrong play, like pushes the wrong area, and doesn't like communicate it, then you know, it can really screw your team over. And I think that 2 flags in a neutral, that other team's always going to spawn on the neutral flag. So right here, if they can manage to get this guy off C and keep it neutral, nope. Most Wanted did end up capping C, and this is not looking good for Most Wanted right now.
Absolutely, he's so sneaky though, letting a couple of players run by him. And Faze, definitely the most aggressive team so far at the start of this game. They've already got themselves a pretty chunky lead there, 45-24, with 2 minutes, 40 seconds still to play. And Karma is going to continue putting pressure on C, picks up 1, couldn't find the second, but again, Most Wanted getting 3 down. And you know, for me, it's just Most Wanted that all the time you look at that sort of scoreboard at the top right, they've got 2 or 3 players down. You can't do that on this map.
Yeah, you have to get kills on this map. If you don't get kills, you're not going to win. And I think that's Most Wanted's problem right now. But they just got 3 down, and I think they got A and C. So this is actually what Most Wanted wants right now, is because the B spawn to be trapped in there is like the worst, because it's so hard to get out of bar.
Spacely with a 3
and it's showing right now. They're just MW's out trading the other teams. They're getting 2 pieces. Now they're on the B flag, actually.
Should they do that, though? Is that a smart play from Classic to actually push into that B flag and go for the trip cap?
Well, right now it's a neutral. This is actually what Most Wanted wants. And, you know, they have to pick up. Okay, so now they know they're going A. So like, even though they traded a one-on-one right there, that's huge. So it comes down to this 1v1. If he wins this, yep, Most Wanted is golden right now, basically.
Okay, so they still have Faze trapped in B, and that score deficit is slowly being reduced.
I mean, it was what, almost 30?
Yeah,
and then they trapped him in bar, and you know, it's down to like 10 points. So
Classic, though, he is rotating.
Oh, that was huge.
Huddle with a knife and a kill on
they cleaned it up. Someone else had it.
Faze are really struggling to get out of this B flag right now, Krim. And even though Karma's 15-9 with still over a minute to play, not able to break out. And what is the best way of breaking out B when you're trapped in there? Is there a sort of technique that you personally prefer to use?
It's the bar, man. Like, you don't get out of there easily. It
takes a while.
Yeah, no, it's just a struggle. Any way you put it, like if you go kitchen, that's like a death trap. You watch or you go closet, you go front bar. Either way, like it's not a good situation. Like if you want to get trapped on any flag, or if you don't want to get trapped on any flag, you don't want to get trapped.
Well, Faze were able to break out, but were not able to capture anything. You had both Parasite and Karma on opposite sides of the map, one on C flag, one on that A flag, and Apathy was left all by himself.
Oh, this is a big kill here.
And right now, this is just Most Wanted really turning up the heat.
Yeah.
However, it's actually Sensor who's nice to jump on A, but Most Wanted have just dived straight on that B flag, so they will keep that 2-1 flag advantage in the last 20 seconds.
And I'm not sure if you saw that, but basically they ended up getting out of bar, right? But then 2 of them were pushing closet side back bar. And, you know, if Karma got that 2-piece right there, they would have held B. But that's, like, the problem with bar. Is, like, even if you do get out, it's so easy to, like, retake.
Right.
And if, like, a player doesn't, like, get a 2-piece or 3-piece, then you're basically losing that flag. And as you can see, Most Wanted is up by 4 points right now. They were down by like 30.
That was a big comeback right there from Most Wanted, because as you said, you know, Faze were in full control.
Yeah.
They were pushing for a trip cap. They had a neutral, and then all of a sudden, Most Wanted turned things around. They had Faze pretty much exactly where they wanted them, pinned in on that B domo flag, and they just couldn't get out. They just could not escape.
It's the bar, man. It's the bar.
Huddle 17-15 as well. Karma 18-14, so those 2 players, keep your eyes out. We're going to kick things on board with a player who's going to rush in towards B. Let's have a look at Spacely for Most Wanted. He dives in towards that bar area, gets the assist, could not get the kill. Luckily, Classic is there, but Sensor
picking up. That was a huge 2-piece. That's going to get them the B flag. And Most Wanted right now, they're saying, let's play C. Let's play C.
So you're going to see them all rotate there in that minimap. And how do Faze react to that now? Do they push out to A, or do they drop back to C?
Yeah, usually you would push out to A, and that's what they're doing right now. They're a little bit slow on the rotation, but the guy at Junk didn't, or Courtyard didn't really realize it in time, and he gets taken out right there and there. And oh, that was a huge kill by Slack. That nade to get him off A. And you know, this is when if I'm most wanted right now, and look, they're taking B flag. Most wanted's gonna get this B cap right here.
Wow,
and that's 3 dead.
They do as
They're
well.
spawning on A. This guy's about to get a 2-piece.
Spacely already rotating back down towards C. Maybe anticipating
this is not looking good for Faze.
This could be a trip cap, and Spacely's on the spawns as well. He should be able to pick up a couple of kills. There's one, that's Karma. But the spawns coming in at A for Faze. Slack's only man left alive, and he needs to dive into that B flag. He does not want to lose control of that.
That's a good play by whoever the top air on bar is. I think that's, Parasite. They got 3 dead, and he instantly ran into B. And most wanted, whoever was playing back closet didn't rotate in bar in time, and they're ending up losing B because of it. But, however, Faze gave up A, and now they're playing C. So this is some huge kills at C right here. They ended up getting them off A, so that was a big kill.
Oh, Huddle with another big kill on that C flag. A flag is neutral, B under Faze control. It's a 106 to 95 point game. Just over 3 minutes still to play. Huddle really heating up in the series. Has another kill right in front of him. He's going to clean up Parasite. And now Huddle thinking about that B flag.
Wow, smart play by Damon right there.
Could push in, and you say Damon Karma right now. He's on that A flag, and he's going to have one more gunfight.
Huge 1v1 here.
Oh, he's not going to win it. He does go down, and 3 players go down. All 4 players go down. Most wanted. They're going to jump on that B flag, but Classic not able to. Oh, sorry. Classic coming out huge there and getting that stop on that B flag.
Someone just spawned C, I think.
Yeah, that's actually Sensor.
So Sensor's on C. Oh, he's going to lose that gunfight. That's kind of unfortunate when you get like a random spawn like that and you just hop on a flag. You have no idea where anyone's going to be. And I think you know, it kind of sucks spawning on a random flag because like you have to decide, do I get on the flag or do I go for kills? And at this point, there's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left at the time, and they're down by 20 points. You have to jump on the flag.
Yeah, you really do. Now you got Karma approaching that 30 bomb. Apathy goes for a couple of kills down A. There's one. Couldn't find the second though, as Karma's trying to wrap around. Faze in pretty good control right now. There's one for Karma. There's 2 for Karma. Nicely played from him. Immediately looks towards that pro shop to see if he can get anyone off spawn, but most wanted scrapping towards that C flag. They desperately need some points, but there's another play from Faze there right now, Krim. It's actually Apathy who was up top. He is going to go down, but Karma now with the 30 bomb. I mean, he's just on form this morning.
That was crucial right there. Oh, Parasite's going to pick up a huge 2-piece. Ooh, this is not looking good for Most Wanted, actually. Yeah,
they only have 1:38 left for him. 7-point lead now in favor.
Oh, that kill was... They're going to get A. Most Wanted's going to get A for sure right here.
They could get them trapped in B. They could get them trapped in B again.
Faze is trapped in B again. They're trapped in the bar.
It all comes down to Spacely. Can he defend this C flag? He's going to have 3 players pushing him. He needs to stay alive.
Huge kill on Melchuk here. They have no idea where he's at.
Oh, he's not going to get it. Faze will grab that flag, and Classic immediately draws his attention to that B flag. He's going to go down. Huddle trying to push into B once again. Faze do have 2 flags.
Smart play to play B here. Really smart play.
Nice as well.
Wow, that was a perfect rotation from MW right there. They ended up playing B, and they just basically took a guess whether they're spawning C or B, and they guessed right.
Classic as well doing some good defensive plays on A. That is going to keep Most Wanted in the lead as we approach the last 50 seconds of this game. However, Faze, they're on that B flag. Classic picks up 1. That's a massive kill, and all of a sudden, Faze spawning over at that pro shop.
Yep.
Or Most Wanted, rather, spawning over at that pro shop, and Faze now complete control of this game. GG?
I think, yeah, that's game.
Did you say GG?
That's game.
There's no way Most Wanted will be able to come back and take this now. Faze picking up game number 1, and that's against what you said. Interesting.
Well, no, Most Wanted won.
I'm delusional.
Most Wanted's going to take it, and I think that was huge for Most Wanted. They needed that map win.
Yeah, you're right. My mistake.
They needed it, and you know, it actually showed it by you know, Most Wanted. They made perfect rotations.
Right. Perfect rotations.
Listen, they're hyped right now.
They sound really hyped. We can hear them. I can actually hear them through the soundproof booth as well, which is very great. The rotations, Krim.
As you can see.
The rotations.
I'm not making this stuff up, people. Those were some solid rotations.
Yeah, they were good.
They know it.
So, Krim, with game number 1, you were right.
Yeah.
Most Wanted going to pick that one up. So going over to the next map, which is going to be Octane Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
This is where it gets interesting. You said if you were Most Wanted, you wouldn't want to be playing Faze on Octane.
Honestly,
now they're going to be.
I'm going to give Most Wanted like a 12% chance of them winning this map.
Just a 12%?
12%, not 13, not 11. 12% chance of them winning this map. It's not going to happen.
That was very, very precise.
It's going to be like duck hunting. Like Most Wanted is just going to get sniped the whole game.
Duck hunting.
Like to be
frank,
love it.
I love
Most
it.
Wanted. Why did you play this map?
I don't know. Only they know. But we will see if Most Wanted can hunt those ducks after this quick commercial break.